Welcome back to Melvin's Tales from Venice Barbershop. I'm John. At least, I think I'm John. I think this is Tuesday. I think it's November. But honestly, I'm not sure anymore. Because Melvin came to me with something that made me question everything. He said, "We're losing time." I asked him what he meant, and he said, "I've been tracking our daily schedules down to the minute. Clock-in times, customer arrivals, service durations, breaks, everything. And there are gaps, entire hours where nothing is logged, no customers, no activity. Just missing time." I told him maybe he just forgot to log those hours, but Melvin said, "No. I checked the security camera timestamps. I checked the clock on the wall. I checked my phone. The time jumps. 1 minute it's 2:15 p.m., the next minute it's 3:47 p.m., an hour and 30. 2 minutes just gone." I thought he was messing with me. I thought this was another one of his theories. Another spreadsheet. Another pattern that didn't really exist. But then he showed me the footage. He pulled up the security camera from last Tuesday. The timestamp showed 2:15 p.m. I was mid-haircut. Sam was sweeping. Melvin was at the counter. Normal barbershop activity. Then the screen flickered. Just for a second. When it came back, the timestamp showed 3:47 p.m. I was finishing a completely different haircut. Sam was with a different customer. Melvin was in a different position. An hour and 32 minutes had passed in an instant. I asked Melvin if the camera malfunctioned, and he said, "That's what I thought." So I checked my phone. I have a habit of checking the time constantly. I checked it at 2:14 p.m. The next time I checked, it was 3:48 p.m. I have no memory of that hour and a half. None of us do. Now I'm freaking out. Because he's right. I don't remember that time. I remember the haircut I was doing at 2:15 p.m. I remember the one I was finishing at 3:47 p.m. But I don't remember the time in between. It's just gone. Like someone cut it out of my memory. Like someone edited my life, and I didn't notice. Melvin said, "It's been happening for weeks. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour. Last Thursday, we lost 2 hours and 43 minutes. I have the data. I've been documenting every gap." He showed me. His spreadsheet. Of course he had a spreadsheet. Dates, times, duration of missing time, who was present, what we were doing before and after. The pattern was undeniable. We were losing time. Regularly, consistently, and none of us noticed until Melvin started tracking it. I asked him what he thought was happening, and he said, "I don't know, but I think something's taking the time. Or we're spending it somewhere else and we don't remember. Or time itself is just a skipping, like a scratched CD. Now I'm obsessed with the clock. I check it constantly, every few minutes. Sometimes every few seconds. I'm trying to catch the moment when time jumps. But I can't. 1 second I'm looking at 1:42 p.m. The next second I'm looking at 2:58 p.m. and I have no idea what happened in between. No memory. No sense of transition. Just a gap. Melvin's been asking customers if they notice anything strange. Most of them say no. They don't notice. They don't care. But a few of them pause. They look confused. One guy said, "Yeah, actually. I thought I'd only been waiting 10 minutes, but my phone says it's been an hour." Another guy said, "I came in at noon. It's 3 p.m. now, but I swear I just got here." Melvin said, "They're experiencing it too, but they're not questioning it. They're just accepting that time doesn't make sense here. They're accepting that an hour can pass in what feels like a minute, And that's terrifying, because it means this isn't just happening to us, it's happening to everyone who walks through that door. I asked Sam if he'd noticed anything, and he said, "Now that you mention it, yeah. Sometimes I finish a haircut and I can't remember doing it. Like I blinked and it was done. I thought I was just zoning out. You know, muscle?" Memory. Autopilot. Melvin said, "You're not zoning out. You're losing time. We all are." So Melvin set up multiple clocks around the barbershop. Wall clock. Phone. Laptop. Smartwatch. He's monitoring all of them simultaneously to see if they all jump at the same time or if it's just localized. To see if time itself is breaking or if it's just our perception. Yesterday, it happened again. I was cutting hair at 11:23 a.m. I remember looking at the clock. I remember thinking I needed to finish this haircut before lunch. I blinked. Suddenly, it was 1:10 p.m. The haircut was done. The customer was gone. A new customer was in the chair. I had no memory of finishing the first haircut, taking payment, greeting the second customer, or starting the second haircut. It was just done. Melvin checked all the clocks. They all jumped. 11:23 a.m. to 1:10 p.m. 1 hour and 47 minutes. Gone. Not just from my memory, from reality, from time itself. He said, "It's not the clocks, it's not the cameras, it's not us, it's time itself. Something is taking our time, or we're living through it and immediately forgetting, or we're being moved forward and our memories are being edited to match." I asked him which one he thought it was, and he said, "I don't know, but I'm going to find out." Melvin started writing notes to himself during the day. Physical notes. On paper. Time-stamped. He's documenting what he's doing every 5 minutes. He's trying to create a record that can't be erased or edited. A record that exists outside of time. This morning, he found one of his notes. It was time-stamped 2:34 p.m. from yesterday. It said, "Something is watching us. It's in the corner. Don't look directly at it." Melvin has no memory of writing that note. None of us remember seeing anything in the corner. But the note exists. In his handwriting. Time-stamped during one of the missing hours. Proof that something happened. Proof that we were conscious. Proof that we saw something. He said, "I think we're conscious during the missing time. I think we're doing things, seeing things, experiencing things. But the moment time catches up, we forget. The memories are erased, and all that's left are fragments, notes, feelings, a sense that something happened but we can't remember what. Now, I'm terrified. Because if Melvin's right, we're losing hours of our lives every single day. And we have no idea what we're doing during those hours. Or what's being done to us. Or what we're seeing that we're not supposed to remember. Are we working during that time? Are we standing still? Are we somewhere else entirely? Are we talking to something? Looking at something? Doing something we'd never do if we remembered? Melvin asked me, "Do you ever feel like you're forgetting something important? Like there's something you're supposed to remember but you can't?" I said yes. I feel that way all the time now. Constantly. Like there's something just out of reach. Something critical. Something that would explain everything if I could just remember it. He said, "Me too. I think we're trying to remember the missing time, but something won't let us. Something is actively preventing us from remembering. And I think it's the same thing that's in the supply closet. The same thing Richard is connected to. The same thing the crows were warning us about." And that's when I realized all of this is connected. the crows circling the shop, the locked bathroom nobody remembers locking, Richard, who comes every Friday but never gets a haircut, the thing in the supply closet that only exists when we're not looking. And now this. Missing time. Erased memories. Hours of our lives just gone. It's all the same thing. It's always been the same thing. And it's been here the whole time. Watching us. Studying us. Taking pieces of us. And we never noticed until Melvin started documenting it. I asked Melvin what we should do, and he said, "I don't know, but I think it's too late to stop it. I think we're already part of it. I think we've been part of it for a long time. We just didn't know. So now we just keep working. We keep cutting hair. We keep checking the clocks. We keep writing notes to ourselves that we won't remember writing. We keep living through hours we won't remember living. And we accept that time doesn't work the way it should here. That memory is fragile. That reality is negotiable. Because what else can we do? If you're in Venice, Florida, stop by the shop. We're right off US 41, next to the courthouse. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 6. And Saturdays 10 to 2. Walk-ins only. We'll give you a great haircut. At least, we think we will. We might not remember doing it. You might not remember getting it. But it'll be done. Time moves strangely here. We're not sure why. We're not sure we want to know. This has been Melvin's Tales from Venice Barbershop. I'm John. At least, I think I'm John. I think I recorded this episode. I think you're listening to it. But honestly, I'm not sure anymore. Stay dapper. Remember what you can. We're trying.